Hi, and welcome to the second video in my Canada Reads series. You don't have to watch them in order, I guess, now that I think about it, but this is the second one of them. And today I'm going to talk about The Break by Katherena Vermette. This book follows a bunch of different narratives, most of them from the same family, but there's a couple that come from outside the family. And one of the members of this family, Stella, witnesses a violent crime happening outside of her house and calls the police, and one of the point of views is the police, and the other point of view is the one who committed this crime. And as the story progresses, it turns out that the victim of this crime was Stella's niece, and what we end up with is a story that focuses a lot on the importance of the bonds of family and how important it is for people to have support when going through a trying time. So yeah, this story focuses a lot on the bonds of family, and it impresses in you the importance of having someone to rely on, because everyone in this story relies heavily on each other for friendship and support, especially the family members. I was really moved by the care and support that all of these women show towards each other. I mean, yeah, they kind of utter ends every now and then, but deep down they all really care strongly for each other. They're all flawed people too. Like, every character is very realistic. They have very real flaws to them, and as such it really drew me in as characters, and I cared about them so much, and I rooted for all of them throughout this whole book. Even the one who committed the crime, I was still like, you could pull yourself together, you could have a chance, and it didn't quite... So as I said, it's a very important story about the bonds of family, and one of the point of views is from a girl who's sort of abandoned by her family. She's not really well cared for, that poor young girl, and you can see the differences between her and everyone that has like a really strong family support structure, and then Phoenix, who doesn't. And you can see them kind of growing differently. Phoenix makes some really terrible choices in the story because she has no one to guide her, and it's really sad. There were some really interesting parallels between characters in this book and their backstories. Some of, like, not everyone with POVs, I mean, like, one of the characters goes through something, and it's kind of explained from another character's point of view that one of her old friends went through the exact same thing, and that led her into like a really destructive lifestyle. But the other girl, the one who has, you know, people around to support her, is doing okay. She's not, you know, like destroying her life like the other one. So again, it ties into the whole importance of family and support when you're going through a crisis. And I also really enjoyed the way this book ends. I'm not going to give anything away, but it kind of ends in a way that there is no ending, sort of. The story wraps up nicely, but it's also like life just goes on. Like, this is just a section of their life, and they're going to continue living their life after this. And you just feel like nothing really concludes, but you're satisfied with it because life doesn't really stop after something traumatic happens. It just keeps going, and it really encapsulates that in this book. Overall, I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars, I believe. It's also a really good read. I do have to give you some trigger warnings. There is some violent sexual abuse in this story. Ooh, yeah. So if that's a thing for you, maybe skip this one, but if you can, read it, because it's a really great contemporary story. And that's kind of all I have to say for this one. Next video is going to be Nostalgia by M.G. Fasanji. That's the 3rd book of Canada Reads that I've read. If you enjoyed this video and this book sounds interesting and you're interested to see more of these things, subscribe to my channel so you get notified when I post new videos. Give this video a like so I know that you liked it. Also down below are links to my Goodreads, my Twitter, and probably also link to the playlist for this video, because I'm going to make a playlist just for the Canada Reads videos that I'm doing. And I guess that's it, so I'll see you next time. Bye!